The World Series of Comedy is one of the most misunderstood festivals that's around. It comes off as a competition, but it's really a whole lot more than that. Ran by Joe Lowers, Jason Rollin, Brian Valencia, and Jamie Ward as the host. I didn't know exactly how much of a gold mine this thing was, because I applied a few years ago, got in right away, didn't think anything of it. I discounted it. So what? I didn't even go. A few years after that, I applied again this year and get in, not knowing that everyone who actually applies doesn't always get in. I got lucky. And the reason why I applied, because I'm thinking, okay, McCurdy's. This guy has been ignoring me for 10 years. He knows who I am. You know, I've been knocking on his door. He completely ignores me. And when I got there and I told Joe Lowers about the situation, how I was feeling about McCurdy's, he was like, okay, well, you know what? I talked to Les about you. And here's the really funny part. This is what he said. He doesn't know who you are. Like, what are you talking about? He doesn't know who you are, Kojo. But I've been here for 10 years. I've been in and out through Florida, you know. He's like, so what? He gets 1,000 emails a day, actually a month. He doesn't know who you are. So here I am thinking this ill will to a club that has absolutely no idea who I am. So I go on, and here's the crazy part. I get a standing ovation twice in a room who I thought couldn't stand me. Oh, yeah. For those who need proof, I got that too. But here's the real great crazy part about it. This festival goes from different state to different rooms that you more than likely couldn't get into so easily because you don't live there. You can't go down every day and shake your hand. Shake hands and everything. Your email may get tossed to the side. So what you could do, you could actually register different satellites and showcase your style and your stuff in front of them and maybe even get booked. That's a hell of an opportunity. But the real benefit comes from the main event. This is where it stops becoming a competition and becomes like a festival, because you have seminars, you have speakers, you have tons of contacts from different bookers and different clubs just walking around. And on top of that, the great part about it is that these comedians that are there are not trying to cut your head off. That you don't feel that knife to your neck kind of sensation, you know. I even participated in a writing seminar. I don't do that. I don't share my jokes with anyone. But I felt comfortable there. That was amazing to me. And, oh, congratulations to Matt Derndak. Oh, and by the way, if you're out there in Florida, another comic, watch out for Matt Derndak. I watched this man take another comedian's joke that he followed, flipped it on him, bashed him in the head with it, and made the audience die laughing. He will literally take your joke from you, bash you in the head with it, and the audience will love him for it. It's the most disrespectfully hilarious thing you'll ever see in your life. And you can't do anything about it. It's like watching a baby get eaten by a lion. You can't do anything about it. Congratulations, Matt Derndak. I love you. I'm a fan right now. But the best part about all this festival, it was no tension there. There really was no tension other than, you know, the nerves from, you know, the competition. But even then, the comics were congratulating each other, supporting each other, you know, wishing each other well. It was great. It was fantastic. I really think that if you look at it more of a festival instead of a competition and not let it define your skill, it'll work better for you. Because I watched one comic that did very well. At the end of the night, at the end of the run, made the audience laugh. He did the best set of that night. Then, moving on to the semifinals, he did the same set in the same room, not more than 15 minutes later, and he was high on the success. He was feeling good. He went out there, did his thing, and didn't advance. Didn't get the same response he did from 15 minutes ago. That's how it is. That's how comedy is. Doesn't mean he's a bad comic. He's a great comic. I think he's funny as hell. Just like every other comic that was there that day. It just happened. Look at me. Hell, I had a standing ovation twice in one room. I get to the main event. You did good, but you didn't do, you know, great. It happens. I think, but all that I got from being at the main event, it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. Because at the main event, I got offered a recording contract. It's like you can't lose there. You can't lose. So when the main event comes around again, I should say, when the World Series of Comedy comes around again, apply, enter. There's so many different clubs you can showcase from Boston to Indiana. I think they got North Carolina. I think they have one in Las Vegas, and it may change next year. But there's going to be a number of clubs that you normally couldn't get to because of where you live, or they're not paying attention to your email. Showcase in front of them, get some work, get an opportunity. I'm doing it again next year just to get to these different clubs. So thank you, Joe Lowers, Jason Rollin, Brian Valencia, Jamie Ward. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And for you, other comics, apply. You can't lose. Apply.